Number 20. Two identical Mustangs were used for filming. Warner Brothers purchased two identical 1968 Mustang GT fastbacks for Bullitt. They needed backups for the demanding chase sequences. One was designated the hero car for close-ups and beauty shots. The other was the stunt car, built to take abuse. Both started identical but evolved differently during production. The stunt car received reinforcements for jumps and impacts. The hero car maintained pristine appearance for glamour shots. Coordinating between them required careful planning. Script supervisors tracked which car appeared in which scenes. The two-car approach was standard for demanding productions, but even two Mustangs barely survived Bullitt's brutal filming. Number 19. Both were 1968 Mustang GT fastbacks. The specific model was a 1968 Mustang GT fastback, the sportiest configuration Ford offered. The GT package included a 390 cubic inch V8 engine producing 325 horsepower. Heavy-duty suspension, disc brakes, and performance tires were standard. The fastback body style was chosen for its aggressive profile. Director Peter Yates wanted something muscular and American. The Highland green paint was factory correct, not a custom color. This shade wasn't particularly popular in 1968. Most buyers preferred brighter colors. Highland green was understated, almost military. It suited McQueen's no-nonsense cop character perfectly. Number 18. Steve McQueen did most of his own driving. Steve McQueen was a genuine racing enthusiast with serious skills behind the wheel. He'd competed in motorcycle and car races professionally. For Bullitt, McQueen insisted on doing his own driving whenever possible. Insurance companies were nervous about their star taking such risks. But McQueen was adamant about authenticity. He drove in most scenes that didn't involve extreme stunts or specific technical maneuvers. His real driving added legitimacy the audience could feel. McQueen understood cars intimately. His inputs on the Mustang's handling influenced the chase choreography. Stunt coordinator Kerry Lofton handled the most dangerous sequences. Number 17. The Mustangs were modified by Max Balkowski. Legendary race car builder Max Balkowski prepared both Mustangs for filming. Balkowski ran a speed shop and built championship-winning race cars. He understood what these Mustangs needed to survive. The suspension received heavy-duty components for San Francisco's brutal hills. Springs and shocks were upgraded to racing specifications. The engines got performance enhancements for reliability and power. Balkowski reinforced chassis mounting points expecting hard landings. He installed oil coolers to prevent overheating during extended high-speed runs. The brakes received racing pads and upgraded cooling. Every modification served survival and performance. Number 16. The chase scene took 3 weeks to film. The iconic chase wasn't captured quickly. 3 full weeks of production time were dedicated to just the chase sequence. That's extraordinary for 1968 filmmaking. Most action scenes were shot in days, not weeks. The production filmed in actual San Francisco streets with real traffic. Coordinating with the city required extensive planning. Each shot needed multiple takes from different angles. Weather affected scheduling constantly. San Francisco's famous fog delayed filming repeatedly. Traffic patterns had to be managed. The production needed streets cleared but not obviously empty. Maintaining continuity across 3 weeks was challenging. The Mustangs appeared identical but accumulated damage throughout filming. Touch-ups happened constantly. Those 10 minutes of screen time represent 3 weeks of intense, dangerous work. Number 15. They removed the front bumpers for better camera angles. Both Mustangs had their front bumpers removed during filming. This modification served multiple purposes. Without bumpers, cameras could mount lower and closer to the car. The aggressive, stripped-down look enhanced the Mustang's menacing appearance. Removing the bumper also reduced weight slightly, improving performance. The modification created continuity challenges, though. Some shots show bumpers, others don't. Eagle-eyed viewers spot the inconsistency. The production alternated between bumpered and bumperless configurations. Close-ups of the front end clearly show no bumper. Wide shots sometimes reveal bumpers still attached. This wasn't sloppy filmmaking, but practical necessity. Different filming requirements needed different configurations. The bumper removal contributed to the Mustang's raw, purposeful aesthetic that defined its character. Number 14. The Mustang hits the same hubcap multiple times. Bullitt's chase contains a famous continuity error. A green Volkswagen Beetle loses the same hubcap multiple times. The VW appears in various locations throughout the chase. Its hubcap flies off repeatedly. Fans have counted at least 5 separate hubcap losses from the same vehicle. This happened because the production filmed over weeks in different locations. The VW was a background element nobody tracked carefully. Each time it appeared, continuity wasn't maintained. Geography errors are even more obvious. The chase jumps between San Francisco neighborhoods impossibly. Cars make turns that should lead different directions. The Mustang passes the same landmarks repeatedly. These errors became legendary among car enthusiasts. They don't diminish the chase, but add character. They're evidence of the practical challenges of filming this groundbreaking sequence. Number 13. The engine sound was enhanced in post-production. That aggressive, throaty exhaust note isn't entirely the real Mustang. The 390 V8 sounded good, but not dramatic enough for cinema. Sound designers recorded the actual Mustangs, but heavily enhanced the audio. They layered multiple V8 engine recordings for depth and aggression. Some sounds came from race cars with open headers. Others were from modified street machines with aggressive exhausts. The goal was creating an intimidating, powerful soundtrack. The real Mustangs had stockish exhaust systems for reliability. They couldn't be too loud, or they'd interfere with dialogue recording. Post-production allowed perfect control over the audio experience. The dubbed sounds made the Mustang seem more powerful and aggressive. Every gear change and throttle blip was carefully constructed for maximum visceral impact. Number 12. The Dodge Charger was faster than the Mustang. The villain's 1968 Dodge Charger RT was genuinely faster than the Mustang. Its 440 Magnum engine produced more power and torque. The Charger had better aerodynamics with its fastback design. In a straight line, the Charger would pull away. This created filming challenges. The chase needed to show the cars as equals. Camera angles and editing made the Mustang appear competitive. Undercranking made both cars seem faster than reality. The Mustang's advantages were handling and brakes thanks to Balkowski's modifications. The production used these strengths in the choreography. Tight corners favored the Mustang, straights showed the Charger's power. This balance created dramatic tension. The underdog Mustang chasing the faster Charger made the pursuit more interesting than equal vehicles would have. Number 11. Bill Hickman drove the Charger and coached McQueen. Legendary stunt driver Bill Hickman piloted the villain's Charger. Hickman was already famous in Hollywood for his driving skills. He'd worked on The French Connection and other major films. Hickman and McQueen developed mutual respect during production. Hickman coached McQueen on driving techniques for certain sequences. He understood how to make cars look fast and dangerous on camera. The chase worked because both drivers were genuinely skilled. They could position cars precisely for cameras while maintaining speed. Hickman choreographed much of the chase with director Peter Yates. His expertise ensured safety while maximizing drama. The relationship between McQueen and Hickman elevated the entire sequence. Two professionals at the top of their craft pushing each other created cinema magic. Number 10. The Mustangs jumped 3 feet in the air. San Francisco's notoriously steep hills created spectacular jump sequences. The Mustangs launched off hill crests repeatedly throughout the chase. Some jumps achieved 3 feet of air or more. These weren't ramps or special effects. The cars genuinely flew off real San Francisco streets. Landing was brutal on the vehicles. Suspensions compressed violently on impact. Chassis flex was extreme. The Mustang's reinforced suspension handled the abuse but barely. Each landing caused damage requiring repairs before continuing. Multiple jumps per car over 3 weeks accumulated serious wear. Balkowski's modifications were essential for survival. Stock Mustangs would have been destroyed immediately. The jumps became iconic imagery. That Highland green Mustang airborne over San Francisco streets defined automotive cinema. The physical reality of those jumps gives them impact CGI cannot match. Number 9. One Mustang was destroyed beyond repair. The stunt car didn't survive production intact. By the final week of filming, it was barely functional. The suspension was destroyed from repeated hard landings. The chassis showed stress cracks from extreme abuse. Engine components were worn from constant high RPM operation. The transmission was slipping. Brakes were nearly gone. After filming wrapped, this Mustang was essentially unrepairable. The cost to restore it would exceed buying a new car. This stunt car was likely scrapped or stripped for parts. Its exact fate remains somewhat mysterious. Some components may have been salvaged, but as a complete vehicle, it died making Bullitt. This sacrifice was necessary for the chase's authenticity. The stunt car gave its life for cinema history, destroyed by the very sequences that made the film legendary. Number 8. The Hero Mustang disappeared for decades. The surviving Hero car vanished after production. Warner Brothers sold it rather than preserving it. The buyer had no idea of its significance. The Mustang passed through several owners over decades. Most were unaware they owned a piece of cinema history. The car lived as a regular used Mustang. It was repainted at some point, hiding the iconic Highland green. Modifications were removed or changed. The VIN was the only proof of its identity. For 40 years, the Bullitt Mustang existed in complete obscurity. Enthusiasts knew one car survived, but not where. Number 7. McQueen tried to buy both Mustangs after filming. Steve McQueen wanted to own the Bullitt Mustangs. He made offers to Warner Brothers after production wrapped. The studio refused to sell them. McQueen was reportedly frustrated by the rejection. He understood these cars' significance better than anyone. Owning them would have been personally meaningful, but Warner Brothers controlled the vehicles as studio property. McQueen never stopped wanting that Mustang. He mentioned it in interviews years later. The cars represented one of his finest performances. Not just acting, but actual driving skill on display. His failure to acquire them became a regret. Number 6. The chase influenced every car chase after it. Bullitt's chase fundamentally changed how automotive action was filmed. Every significant car chase since pays homage to it. The long, uninterrupted sequences became the template. The focus on driving skill over explosions influenced generations of filmmakers. Specific techniques pioneered here are now standard. Low camera angles emphasizing speed, extended takes without quick cuts, realistic damage and consequences. The French Connection's chase directly references Bullitt. Vanishing Point and Dirty Mary Crazy. Larry borrowed its style. Modern films from Baby Driver to Drive show its influence. The Fast and Furious franchise builds on Bullitt's foundation. Number 5. No music plays during the entire chase. Director Peter Yates made a bold choice. No musical score during the chase, just engines, tires, and ambient sound. In 1968, this was revolutionary. Every action sequence had dramatic music. Yates believed engines and tire screech were the only soundtrack needed. This decision created unprecedented tension. Without music cueing emotions, viewers experienced raw action. The silence made the sequence feel more real and immediate. Audiences focused entirely on the vehicles and driving. The roaring V8s became the soundtrack. Squealing tires provided rhythm. The absence of music was initially controversial. Studio executives worried it would feel boring or slow. Number 4. The lost Mustang was found in Mexico in 2017. After 40 years, the missing Bullitt Mustang surfaced in an incredible discovery. A family in Mexico had owned it for decades. They'd bought it as a used Mustang years ago. The family eventually realized what they had through VIN research. They contacted Ford and authentication experts. The discovery was announced at the 2018 Detroit Auto Show. The automotive world went crazy. The most famous lost movie car had been found. The Mustang was in original condition, never restored. It still wore non-original paint from years ago. The Highland green was buried underneath. Interior showed decades of use. Number 3. The found Mustang sold for $3.74 million. In January 2020, the authentic Bullitt Mustang crossed the auction block at Mecum. The unrestored original condition car sold for $3.74 million. This shattered all previous Mustang auction records. The buyer acquired the most significant Ford ever made. The price reflected more than just a vintage Mustang. It represented cinematic history and Steve McQueen's legacy. The unrestored condition actually increased value. Collectors wanted originality over restoration perfection. Every scratch and worn component had history. The car's decades as a regular driver added authenticity. Number 2. Ford offered $3,500 to buy it back before the sale. Before the auction, Ford Motor Company made an offer to purchase the Bullitt Mustang. Their offer was $3,500. This lowball amount sparked controversy and mockery. Ford wanted the car for their corporate collection, but offering what a regular used Mustang costs was insulting. The family rightfully refused. Ford's offer showed either remarkable ignorance of the car's value or an attempt at corporate thievery. The contrast between Ford's $3,500 and the eventual $3.74 million sale is staggering. Ford's public relations took a hit from this incident. They should have made a serious, respectful offer. Instead, they embarrassed themselves. Number 1. It's considered the holy grail of movie cars. The Bullitt Mustang holds a unique position in automotive and cinema history. It's not just a famous movie car. It's the movie car that defined cool for multiple generations. While other vehicles may be more expensive or exotic, none carry the Bullitt Mustang's cultural weight. It represents everything right about automotive cinema. Real driving by a real actor in a real car. No gadgets, no fantasy, just pure skill and machine. Steve McQueen's ultimate legacy isn't his acting awards, but this 10-minute chase. Highland green became an iconic color solely because of this car. The Mustang proved that simplicity beats complexity. Raw talent beats special effects.